You have a game last night. Andrew Luck's on the field. I don't even know if you saw him. It was this crazy game. Amazon Prime, super fun. And then you fly back on a red eye from San Francisco. Darius, how much sleep did you get?
I slept a little bit on the plane. The time zones, I don't know how many hours I got specifically, but little nap on the plane.
Yeah, well, it could not have been a super fun one. Bit of a lopsided loss, right? 30-12, if we're just being honest. How are you feeling? How's the team feeling?
I think right now everybody's just tired, 3 games and whatever it was, 11 days. Spent the last week on the West Coast. Obviously played Sunday, came right back Thursday, played 2 good football teams back to back. So, obviously last night didn't go how we wanted it to go, but I think right now most people are probably asleep, and we'll get back to work on Monday.
And that's why I appreciate you coming on so much. And you had a heck of a game. You crushed it, right? You led the team in receptions and receiving yards. To me, watching this, I was like, get off the field, Niners. Time of possession. I would have taken a nap and fallen asleep on the sideline if I were you. How much did this time of possession, which was wacky, sort of affect your offensive rhythm in this one?
It definitely did. During the game, you can kind of feel it as an offense when, you're just kind of sitting over there for a while and they're killing the clock. But to some degree, it was really a lot of unfortunate penalties, honestly. I think our defense actually did a pretty good job of stopping them and holding them up. And there's a few drives that got prolonged due to some untimely penalties that, some, you may agree or disagree with. But obviously, as an offense, you just try to take advantage of the opportunities that you get when you get them.
Now, the Giants, obviously, your squad misses Saquon Barkley. He sort of completes this offense and makes it what it is. How different do you think last night's game would be if Saquon suited up and played?
I think you can never put a value amount on a guy like that. He's a special player. He's liable to break the game open at any given time. So, obviously us missing him last night was a pretty big hit to our team.
Yeah, it was nice to see Breida score a touchdown against his old team, but it wasn't enough to get it done. You mentioned the penalties. So Dable, in a bit of a blowout, right? Still fully in on every play and penalty. When he's reacting like this and you're seeing this footage, what does that do to you?
I think it just reinforces what he tells us. He always tells us to compete until the final whistle, regardless of the score. Obviously we've found ourselves, the game was pretty tight, honestly, up until my brain's a little fried. Up until the end of the third. No, you're okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a one-score game.
Yeah. So, and then obviously he got away from us, in the fourth, but, his motto is always that we're going to fight to the end, regardless of, what's on the scoreboard. And, I think when he shows that type of emotion and passion in a part of the game where people might consider the game being over, I think just shows that, reinforces that he walks what he talks.
What was he like? What is he like? Obviously on the sideline, we all kind of get to see what he's like. But then when you guys get on the plane, what's the energy that comes from Dable going into what I hope is a day off for you guys?
Obviously, during the game, where emotions are high. Everybody is on edge. Everybody is, a little more volatile, so to speak. But, I think after the game is over, he comes down a good bit. He's still a very passionate guy, an emotional guy. But, obviously, especially after a game like that, you have to bring it back into perspective and cover the things that we need to cover to get better.
I feel like you guys had it really rough. You're tired, but it's not even because of a loss or y'all had to stay out. It's never fun to have to stay in a hotel room. You mess up your routine, 2 games in 5 days. But I think the world is trying to make it up to you, the NFL gods, with this extra day until you have to face the Seahawks. What's sort of the mantra, do you think, of the team going into this? Because you got to win, a really impressive second half comeback. That had to feel good, even though I'm sure it was exhausting. But then the other loss was lopsided, actually lopsided, as you know, not like the one last night. So what's sort of driving you guys into this next game, which a lot of people are going to call, especially in New York and that media market, a must-win, do-or-die situation?
Yeah, of course. It's obviously it's going to be painted that way, but reality for us is that it's week 4. So even if we lose this game, we're 1-3. There's still a whole 3 quarters left of the season to go. But I think obviously for us as a team, we want to go out there and win. First of all, it's a home game. So, the last time obviously we were at home, we took a pretty bad loss. So I think that's kind of priority number 1 is getting a win at home. And obviously it's prime time. So we have another chance to be on the national stage again and just get a chance to show the team that, we really are.
We were talking to Daniel Jones. He comes on the show. We sort of joked about Jalen Hyatt, who I'm sure you love, confident rookie out there, wanting the ball, and sort of the Kafka Dable plays. What do you make of these sort of rumors that are swirling about who's calling the plays for the Giants, or who is calling the plays for the Giants?
Yeah, I don't know. DJ's got the mic in his helmet. I don't know who's talking to him, but as far as I know, Kafka calls the plays. He always has called the plays, and to the extent of my knowledge, he's still currently calling the plays. So, I have, obviously you see the stuff that people say and the rumors and all that, but at the end of the day, to my knowledge, I know Kaf calls the plays.
I love that. And you mentioned Daniel Jones, so let's do this. You played with him, obviously. You played with Eli Manning a little bit. You actually caught Eli Manning's last touchdown and said it was an honor because not everybody gets the opportunity to sort of play with somebody of that caliber, a 2-time Super Bowl winning champion. So I don't know. This is pretty fun. How do you sort of differentiate the two? What does Jones have truly? Because everyone wants to say Jones is just like Eli Manning. Is that true?
I think they're similar. Obviously, I think that mostly comes from their demeanor. Eli was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Even keel, and DJ's very even
quiet?
keel. Yeah, quiet. Well, to the media doesn't give a lot of emotion or doesn't show. Has a good poker face, I guess, best way to say it. And I think Eli was well known for that and being able to handle the New York media. But I think as players, they're both really accurate throwers of the football, obviously very intelligent, but probably where they differ a little bit is DJ's a really good athlete. He's fast. He can run, and I think he shows that a lot. But, I can definitely see the similarities that people draw between the two.
So he comes on my show every Tuesday, and he's kind of poker-faced. It's like a big challenge for me to try to get stuff out of him a little bit because he has that. What's something I can talk to him about that will open him up? He told me to watch a Will Ferrell movie. He's just kind of quiet. Come on, Slayton. Help me out.
No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to give you some ammo.
Not even ammo. What does he like to do? What is he into?
The thing is, though, is he doesn't do anything. He reads or something. If he's not doing football, he reads. I've tried my hardest to get him on video games or anything, but if he's not doing football, he's literally just reads, or he, I guess, watches TV or something. I don't know. He's a special breed.
I'll say something to him and be like, did you see this thing about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? And he's like, no, I'm not on TikTok. I don't. And I'm like, what do you mean? So you're saying you don't think he's ever played Madden kind of thing?
No, he hasn't. I actually tried, because when this first Madden came out, we were all going to make a franchise and get in a league. And I tried to get 7 or 8 other guys to hype him up, bro, just get an Xbox, whatever, you can join the league. And I thought he was going to do it for a second there. He acted like he was going to do it, but it never came to fruition. So, yeah, I couldn't get him on.
I mean, maybe it's because they lowballed him and he heard about it or something. Because you're talking about how athletic he is, comparing him to a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Madden gave him a 75 overall rating.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was about to say I tweeted about it. Yeah, I was not. That was. Yeah. I'm still looking for the developers. I'll find them one of these days.
I mean, put these people on blast. You tell them right now. I think the Madden people are watching. They saw the tweet. Tell them how wrong they are and how dirty they did your boy.
This is all I'm gonna say. There's a list of Madden ratings that come out for quarterbacks, right? And there's people above Daniel Jones. last year. Keep in mind, we went to the second round of the playoffs. So all I'm saying is there's people above DJ, and this is based off last year. Obviously, this season, whatever doesn't factor into this yet because when Madden first dropped, that was his rate. So if we're basing this off of last year, there's people above DJ who first of all, didn't even make the playoffs. Start with those people. Then there's another group of people that didn't make it past the first round. And then there's the group of people that's DJ that made it second and further. So at the very least, he's got to at least be above some of those people that didn't even make the playoffs or past the first round. That's all I'm saying.
It's really well said. I think maybe if I'm the Madden people, I'm saying this dude doesn't even have an Xbox. He doesn't want to play Madden. He doesn't even care about Madden. Why would we rank him higher than 75? You got to play the game, You got to he's got to say that he sort of wants that. I'm sure Josh Allen is all about Madden and talks about it and sleeps and, has his leagues and whatever. So he has to do that. I think it's maybe because he didn't want to play with you because you have Sterling Shepard in your group. He came on the show and put Sterling Shepard on blast, saying that he's the last player that he would ever let pilot him in an airplane. Because I don't know if you saw Brandon Cook. Brandon Cooks is out there with a pilot's license, taking dudes up in an airplane, which is insane, like Stephon Gilmore and company. And he really did. If you can sort of take a listen, and he did give love to Tyrod Taylor. Look.
Maybe Tyrod. I'd trust Tyrod if he was certified and went through all the whatever the coursework and everything. I'd trust him. He's a dependable guy.
I thought you were going to go Sterling.
No shot.
No chance?
No shot. No.
I love it. What's he got against Sterling?
Shep is a playful guy, and I'll be honest. 20,000 feet in the air with Shep, he'll be cracking jokes and swerving the plane and stuff. Nah, bro. I agree with him on that one. There's no shot of getting a plane with Shep.
Okay, well, see, that's the kind of synergy we need. Now, I do want to say, you mentioned, that was last year, that's not this year. This year, we want to take a step up. Is that possible? I want this Giants team to not be this, flash in the pan, one-year wonder.
Yeah, for sure. I think we obviously, week one didn't go away 1-2, and then week two could have easily been a repeat of week one. At halftime, it was almost the same score as it was week one. And week two going into halftime, and obviously we were able to come out the second half and get the win. So, I think that, and I say that to say that, we weren't satisfied. We came out of week one, we knew we didn't perform the way we needed to perform, and then obviously we didn't perform for 2 quarters. And it'd been really easy for us to just be here we go again and, kind of throwing the towel or whatever, but we didn't. We fought, and then we win the Thursday night's game with the same mentality. We're going to go in here and we're going to fight. And I think as long as we maintain that mentality and we continue to execute at a high level, and, obviously you can't always control this, but, continuity is important. So the more that we can keep our people that have always played on the field at the same time and not injured, I think sky's the limit.
Well, hopefully with this extra day, you get Saquon back for this battle against the Seahawks. What can you quickly tell me about this Niners team? They look ready to go.
Yeah, they're a good team. I think obviously the biggest thing is the front. They've got rushers. Obviously everybody knows Nick Bosa, but they got rushers all over the place. And then you got the middle backer Warner flies around a lot, makes a lot of plays, and on the back end they've got some good players too. So. They're a really good football team, but, we gave them all they wanted for 3 quarters there. And, a few plays go our way, who knows? We probably take them down to the wire.
Better defense, in your opinion, Cowboys who you faced or this Niners one?
Probably the Niners, just because of I feel like at all 3 levels they have elite players, front, the backers, the back end, you can name really good players in all 3 levels of their defense.
That's really well said. All right, we know, and by the way, you got to play those Cowboys again. So hopefully things turn around. It's so early. It's not even week 3. You guys got to rest up, heal up, and get going. And I love having Daniel Jones on the show, and I might send him an Xbox. Maybe I'll send him one.
Please, if you do, I'll go over there myself to his house and bring my controller and at least play him on the same screen. Try to get it on the same screen.
I like this. And then if it all starts clicking, when it does, when all this, I want a little credit then for bringing everybody together on Tuesday nights playing Madden over at Casa Jones. Darius, we appreciate you. You had a great game. Sorry it wasn't enough yesterday, but the sky's the limit for this team. I know it, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest Up and Adams content right on YouTube.